Europe is finally here. Right now I am joined with Tomas Bergendal from Betby and we are at the Media Lounge. Thomas, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you finding it so far?
Very good, very good. Surprisingly big, I must say, but super good so far.
So, how lucrative would you say is the European market for your commercial operations?
So obviously Europe is the most mature market. This is where the markets we know. Our offices are here. You know, we have offices in Riga. We have offices in Montenegro, Malta, and Barcelona now as well. So this is, our home turf where we know, and so we work with a lot of feed providers, third providers, to make sure we can serve this Europe market. It is set, but it's still going to grow. It's still growing. I think if you look at it, I think land base is still like 60% of the revenues. So there's still so much more potential to grow here. Even if there's other markets like LATAM and this is more to do, but the money is here and it's still going to grow. So we need to be here, and we still have a lot of countries and markets that we have untapped as Betby for our product. So we still have a long way to go.
That's good. So you said you have a lot of different markets where you're operating.
Absolutely. So we have a Malta license now, so we're still looking into more regulated markets, obviously, because
this goes into my next question. How would you say that Betby is satisfying the different better preferences, since you have different markets that you're operating in across Europe in general?
So the first is obviously when you're working with so many markets, you need to have the right sports, right? You need to be offering the correct sports and the markets and events. So, for example, up in where I'm from Sweden, so they like ice hockey there, for example. So we are a content provider. We must sure that our operators can, if they work in Sweden, they can offer ice hockey, or in Finland ice hockey, and even
so you localize it.
Localizing, and we have that. So we're working with so many data providers to make sure we have that for the Scandinavian, but also for other, horse racing we have as well for other markets like France and in UK, and so we work with now I think 10 different data feed providers to make sure we can comply this for the companies, so we have the right offering for them. So just get the basic right is have the right sports for them to do. But then we also do our own games, like virtual games, and what we can do with this is that we do local tournaments, so it can be in virtual basketball or football or so. We can do, like, say it's in Finland, we can do the Finnish league, so we do this to make it more localized for this market.
Obviously, when it comes to this, there's also a huge opportunity when it comes to collaborations and different partnerships.
Yeah.
So apart from what you have in store, you also mentioned before that Europe is the most mature when it comes to sports betting.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is in store for Europe when it comes to the future now?
I think e-gaming is very up and coming. We talked about e-gaming. I've been in this industry for 10, 11 years. We started, I remember, back in the days already then with e-gaming. It was very slow, but now that kind of generation is coming up. They get 18 now, so now they're allowed to bet on it. So that's definitely something I think is up and coming. You can see motorsports like Formula 1 with Netflix series, this getting more popular. So you're obviously going to have football is always going to be popular, and you're going to have tennis and these type of sports. But I think there's more and more with help of our external things coming.
Thomas, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for your insightful discussion, and we look forward to you having a productive week ahead, you and the rest of your team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.